Christmas, y'all. It's another episode of The Skinny On. I'm Rachel Young, and today we're going to talk about goal setting. You know that the new year is rapidly approaching, and I wanted to take a second just to talk about the importance of goal setting, but also the right way to do it, because wanting to lose 20 pounds or wanting to break your addiction to chocolate is a great goal to have, but you want to do realistic goal setting. You know, it needs to be something that is not, you know, pie in the sky. And so the first thing that you want to think about when you're setting goals is to be realistic. Okay, you're not on a game show, you're not on a reality show, and you are not going to lose double digits in a week of working out. You shouldn't anyway. The safest amount of weight that you should be losing is about 2 pounds a week. And while that sounds kind of you know, because I mean, who doesn't watch The Biggest Loser and be like, oh my God, that guy lost like 30 pounds in a week, you know? But you want to be realistic, because if you set your sights on something that's too high and you don't reach it, what does that do for your self-esteem? And what does that do for, you know, the motivation and the drive that you have to continue on? It completely takes it away, right? So if you're being realistic about weight loss, shoot for 1 pound to 2 a week and actually write down what it is that you want to accomplish. That's point number 2, that you want to keep some sort of journal or logbook about the goals that you have achieved and the goals that you want to achieve as well. Whenever I go to the gym, I have a notebook that has my workout written down in it, and once a week at the top of the notebook I will weigh myself and write down how much I weigh and keep track of my actual weight loss and how that applies to the goals that I've set for myself, so that at any given time, if I'm working out or if I'm just getting ready for the next week's workout, I can go back and look and see, okay, you know what, I kind of slipped up a little bit, I need to work a little harder on keeping my eating under control, or you know what, I didn't get to the gym twice this week, that's unacceptable, I need to go back and reevaluate what my schedule looks like. Writing it down gives me something physical and tangible to go back to. Is it fun? No. You know, is it easy? Not exactly at first. It takes a little getting used to, but when you know that you can go back to what you've written down, you know that you can keep track of this stuff, and it gets easier the more that you do it. That's so much easier than to have to remember it all. You know, because there have been times that I've had a very, very stressful week, have gotten on the scale, and I have no idea what I weighed the week before. Not a clue. I've gone to measure myself, I have no idea what my measurements were the week before. You know, and if I hadn't had it written down, I wouldn't have remembered. I wouldn't have known if I had done well or if I had done bad that week, was having an off week or whatever. You know, so I cannot reiterate the importance of writing this stuff down. When you are setting your goals, I want you to think long-term and short-term at the same time. You know, long-term being, how much weight do you ultimately want to lose? What do you ultimately want to look like? What size do you want to wear? You know, picture yourself, your ideal self in your head, but you also want to have some short-term goals too. You know, that you want to be able to run a 5K by a specific date. You know, find a date that there's a 5K, and then say, I want to be able to run it by this date. That you want to not eat out at a fast food joint for the entire week. That's a good example of a short-term goal. You know, so you can go back and look short-term versus long-term. You can see and track your progress and see if what you're doing is working. And when you're realistic, that's the, I know I keep going back to it, and that's why I said it first, but when you're realistic about the things that you want to accomplish, when you do accomplish them, it gives you a total boost in your confidence level. It helps you get motivated to achieve the next goal that you've set for yourself, and it just, you know what, it makes you feel better. So those are my top 3 for the day, that you want to be realistic in your goals, that you want to write them down, as well as tracking your progress. And you definitely want to have both short-term and long-term goals. And if you need any type of example or guideline to go by for your weight loss goals, in my book, What If You Were Thin, at the very end in the worksheet section, I give you both the goal sheet that I use, that I kept up in my bathroom, as well as a sheet that you can fill out and carry with you as well. So whatifyouwerthin.com, and again, the book is super cheap, so easy to follow, and gives you all of those great worksheets at the end. Until then, that's all my time. Thanks again for listening and for watching, guys. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I will look forward to talking to you soon.